Hello everyone, my name is Jeremiah Swisher and I have high functioning autism, and today I would like to talk about this topic of how it gets better. Now many of you might think the term "it gets better" for Americans that are LGBTQ, but I think that it gets better can mean for a lot of different things, whether you're minority, who has a disability, if you're African American, if you're Latino or Hispanic, or any other minority affiliation. The reason why I want to see it gets better is because the whole idea that oftentimes when you go through different schools, as I have been, it's hard for you to fit in socially at times, especially when you're the new kid. However, luckily, from what I've noticed, is that as you get older, it's a lot easier to fit in, even if you do have some differences. So whether you come from a different ethnicity, or have a disability, or someone that's LGBTQ, or whatever background you come from, at least from my experience, is that society is a lot more accepting as you get a lot older. I know for myself, with having high functioning autism, I know that it's definitely a lot more accepting, and there are a lot of people that understand me, and the ones that usually don't understand me just really don't hang out with me, and they're not really that friendly to me. Well, I mean, they'll be friendly, but you know what I mean. It's like they don't return your calls, or they don't want to hang out with you. They don't say anything on your Facebook wall when you ask them, hey, let's hang out. Things to that nature. And I just wanted to tell you that it is hard oftentimes to fit into school, or work setting, or wherever you go to new. But it's one of those things where you just introduce yourself, try to be social and outgoing, and hopefully you'll meet some new people. That's what I've been trying to do overall. Is I've been trying to network and meet new people while I'm in DC, especially, and so far it's working good. The only thing to know is that it's very hard, I think, even for the regular normal person, or who is defined as the majority, that isn't the outsider, but more, inside along with everyone else. It would probably be very hard for them sometimes to make new friends, and I think it's always good to give a warm welcome to people and accept people who they are, regardless of their beliefs, affiliations, or background, orientation, or disability, or ethnicity, or anything like that. Because I do stress the importance of having a melting pot, because if everyone has differences, then you could put those differences to society's benefit. So, like, let's say if most people know how to, let's say, weld, and let's say that I'm a lot better at being a customer consultant. What's wrong with being a customer consultant or being good at it instead of not being as good at welding? It's good to have people that are good and diverse with different things and backgrounds, just because then you're offering new ideas to the table, and then you could provide people job positions and opportunities in what they're very good at, and then at least you can get a lot more productivity done because people are doing what they're good at. So I do strongly value that it does get better, but while it doesn't get better right now, you just got to look forward to the future and fight for what you believe in. If people segregating you, then what you got to do is try to include yourself, because I do strongly stress inclusion, especially because I did have a situation in where I felt very segregated, and that was back when I was in first grade. I'm not mentioning the name of the school due to, I don't want to defame anybody or anything, but I went to a school and where I was placed in a class with everyone that had autism in the back of the school building, and that didn't go too well because although many argue that teachers can, do better with just one specific disability, or you do better with people that have a lot in common with you. However, if you're very severe autistic like I once was, then basically being in a classroom of autistics, you eventually become kind of more autistic. You kind of go in the negative direction. It was quite scary. I remember one girl who she just completely scratched herself Remember one kid that would just completely sit on a rocking chair and rock it back and forth and don't disturb him, basically, or he's going to get on you. Um, or you had a kid where I tried to stay away from him because otherwise he would try to punch me. So, yeah, I do not miss any of that. But what I do miss and what I always laughed is when a lot of them would run out of the classroom and then the teacher would have to run after them. And then it kind of made me want to do that behavior, but at the same time I was too chicken to do it out of the classroom. Because it's always fun to see someone else get in trouble, but you don't want to be the one that gets in trouble. So I always preferred to be in the audience. God, I remember like it was just yesterday. That's why, if anything, diversity is key and integration is important. This is Jeremiah reporting that it gets better. Minus you want to laugh for all the right reasons instead of the wrong reasons. Anyways, I hope that you have yourself a great, amazing day. Bye for now.